What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and I'm back. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody who supports Sheep Stay Sleep TV, man. I'm gonna make this real short. It's gonna be real short, and this is my message to my fellow black brothers, man. This is my message, man. And I don't care what conclusions is drawn from this. An opinion is like an asshole. Everybody has one. All right? So I don't care what you gathered from what I'm saying or what you think I'm saying. Either you're gonna listen to what I'm saying, take heed to what I'm saying, or whatever. It don't matter. I'm not really into the business of people always agreeing with me anyway. I don't want no ass kisses. I'm not even that type of dude. But y'all see the title, man. We need to stop letting women define our manhood, man. Because this is the reason why there's a lot of women out here talking shit about black men. They talking shit about us because we're letting them define who we are as men. See, the men back in the day, they didn't have that issue with women. The real men, they didn't have that issue with women. And you know why they ain't had that issue with women? Because they didn't allow their women to dictate to them what being a man is. This is the problem. Men have to go back to defining who they are as men and operating in that manner. Period. And we don't have to hate women to do that. You see? We don't have to shit on women to do that. All we need to do is focus on being men. We don't have to put our women down. We don't have to do none of that. See, we don't have to do none of that to be men. All we got to do is be men, and that's it. But see, now, it's a bunch of dudes that want to shame other men because they want to be men. This is the problem. This shit gotta stop. Because in order for us to be respected as men, we have to operate as such. And if we sitting here taking the cues from our women on what it is to be a man, then we not being men. Because a woman can't tell a man how to be a man. Period. The women back in the day, they didn't tell they men how to be men. That's why the men were respected as men. No matter what they went through in their relationship, the men were respected as men. But nowadays, it's dudes that's allowing their women to dictate what manhood is and how and what he needs to be doing to prove to her that he's a man. Now, if your woman is doing that and you're following that, then she don't respect you as a man anyway. Because don't no female of no species tell their men how to be men. Period. This only goes on between us. And there's a lot of black men out here that think that shit is okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. I'm tired of this shit. Then you got these dudes that want to shame you. You can't shame me because you're not the captain of your ship. You can't make me feel bad. Now, granted, me and my woman both make decisions. But guess what? When there's a final call, I have the final call. Period. That's how it works. When my mother and my father was together, my father ran the household. Not my mother. My father ran the household. He laid down the law. Black men were not laying down the law no more in our households. And it's not just because of all of these laws and all of this shit. It's because a lot of niggas don't want to. You see? This is the problem. Niggas gotta step up and be men. All this soft shoe manhood shit, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Either I'm the man or I'm no longer here. That's how it needs to work. If I'm not gonna be the man, if I'm not sailing the ship, there is no ship. That's how men operate. Period. Of course my woman has a say. Of course she does. Of course. But understand the roles and what encompasses each role. A woman doesn't do what a man does. Period. A woman follows a man. She doesn't lead the man. Okay? The woman takes instructions from her man in order to give instructions to the children. Okay? That's how that works. That's how it been working. But you know why these households ain't working no more? Because niggas don't want to run it that way. But that's how it worked when your grandfather was running the goddamn house. Now you got dudes who want to say, well, she can make laws too. And guess what? When a woman hear you say that, she's going to make laws to go against you. Because now she knows she doesn't have to follow you. You see? There's only one leader and one follower. There's not two leaders. There's not two followers. Either you're going to be one or the other. And because men want to stand up like this, we got to hate women. We got to control. We ain't talking about none of that. We talking about men being men. This is what real women want. The real women. Shout out to all the real women. The women who want to be instructed by her man. And don't feel like, oh, he's controlling me. No. Because a real woman understands that her man is there to protect and provide. So she must take his instructions. Because if she don't follow his instructions, it can lead to her demise. You see? When danger ensues, I don't expect my woman to jump up in the front. I tell my woman to stand back. Does that mean a woman cannot protect? No, that doesn't mean that. That means that I'm not going to put my woman in danger. I have to sacrifice myself for my woman and my family. That is the job of a man. That is not the job of a woman. The job of a woman is, if I go to war and I come back, you're supposed to help me heal. You are supposed to nurture me and nurse me back to health. Period. See? But a woman doesn't know that if she isn't taught that. But you got a bunch of niggas trying to lead from behind. This shit gotta stop, man. This shit got to stop. The regaining of men and their masculinity is not the detriment of femininity. Understand that. Masculinity has nothing to do with femininity. So just because us men are around and we talking about us rebuilding manhood, that doesn't mean that we're excluding women. How the hell are we going to exclude our women? When at the end of the day, women benefit from masculinity. Women benefit from that. So how are we excluding women? That's weak shit. Niggas who think like that is weak. They weak. And this is why our women say we're weak. Because we letting them define what manhood is. We letting them say, well, no, you can't be that type of man. You gotta be this type of man. You gotta be the man that's in her mind that she have created this false image of in her mind. But when you ask these women, the image of the man you have in your mind, does that mirror the image of your father? Is your father that type of man? Is your grandfather that type of man? Is your uncles that type of man? Some passive ass nigga? No. They created that image for you because they're going to rule you. Because you don't want to lead. You don't want to be the king. That's why you got women out here saying that they kings. Because niggas don't want to be kings no more. They don't want to be kings no more. Because we think that women and us having a woman defines our manhood, and it doesn't. A woman can never define manhood, just like a man can't define femininity. We can't tell women how to be women because we not women. So how about we stop letting women dictate what we need to do? Because as men, we should know what to do. And if a man doesn't know what to do, he should be able to reach out to other men who can instruct him what he should do. Period. And if we ain't operating like that, then we ain't got no goddamn choice We ain't got no chance, man. We don't have no chance. If our masculinity is not leading us, we're gonna always be in the same predicament we're in. Period. See, nowadays we're afraid to be men because we don't want to be looked at in a certain way. But no other races, no other cultures of men are afraid to be men. The Arab ain't afraid to be a man. You know what they women do? Sit in the goddamn house, make sure their house is clean, make sure those children is doing what they supposed to do, and they support their man. Period. Period. And no matter what, the men take care home. Period. What is the problem with black men doing that? Because a lot of y'all niggas don't want to. That's the problem. That's the problem. So stop blaming black women and let's focus on our purpose as men. Let's focus on our purpose. For 2019, black men, we need to focus on our purpose. What is your purpose as a man? Let's go out and build something so we can have something for our women. No matter what it is, no matter how you got to do it, let's do it. Or you're going to sit back and keep taking the cues from your woman. And when shit get hard, because you let your woman lead, when shit get hard, guess what? She gonna blame you anyway, nigga. And you know why she gonna blame you? Because deep down inside, she wanna be led. She want you to lead. That's why even if you let your woman lead, when shit go wrong, she expect you to fix it. She expect you to fix it. And you know why? Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be the solution to the problem. Period. Point blank period. And if we ain't gonna be the solution to our problems, black men, then what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Every other race of men is masculine. That's why they run their households, because they masculine. Femininity falls in line with masculinity. Okay? And that's my message, man. Stop letting women define your manhood. Because if a woman feel like she gotta define you as a man, she know you ain't a man. DS1 Ross.